The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
The Pinky.
Black Air Force Energy.
Alright. This right here be future. Come around wrong, we gon' shoot ya. It's all respect, I restored my pension, now I'm glowing like a lamp. We the village, we the camp, we go hard, yes I stamp this beat, that vision view, flow as we move, and we work, make it shake, bake the cake, he needs some milk and cornflakes. I'm on, but I'm not Drake, I'm Camaro, never fake, Mr. 7 still trucking, while the haters still bucking. I be on my way to something, while you lame be on nothing, y'all be bluffing. I'm the flame, I'm the heat, I'm the sizzle in the oven. Me, I clean my plate every time that I'm grubbing. Wipe the gravy with my biscuits, so take a look before you miss it.
This show starts momentarily.
Mr. 7 on the jacket, sharp tongue, I digress. My mic is muted in the system, still they feel me through the stress. Never turn my back on family, on the ones that held me close. I was standing in the crossfire, turn that pressure into growth. You can change the way you move, I won't bend to every trend. Took a hit, kept on pushing, wiped the blood, grabbed the pen, Mr. 7 still here, still here, still here. Yeah. I took a hit, kept on pushing, made the doubt disappear. Never turn my back on those I love, that's etched in my skin. You can change, but I won't, I don't fold, I begin. Mr. 7 still here, still here, still here. Hey, even when my mic is muted, they gon' hear me in the air. Peace sign up, that salute. Third eye, why that view? I was quiet in the room, but my scars all spoke the truth. Did the dirt, did the healing, now I'm guarding what I earned. Every lesson in the ashes, every bridge that had to burn. You can chase a quick image, I just chase a clearer mind. I don't grow into pretending, I grow solid over time, yeah. Mr. 7 still here, still here, still here. Took a hit, kept on pushing, made the doubt disappear. Never turn my back on those I love, that's etched in my skin. You can change, but I won't, I don't fold, I begin. Mr. 7 still here, still here, still here. Even when my mic is muted, they gon' feel me when it's clear.
All right now, much respect to the family. Respect. Welcome back to another episode of Smitty's Corner, aka Lighthouse_301. I apologize for being a little late. I just have to make sure that I take care of some spiritual duties right now. So now that we are here, I just really want to kind of kick it with y'all. Like, I'm going to give us a nice little prep of what I'm going to be talking about on Thursday with an also special guest. That really ain't a special guest, but this person is definitely special anytime they come up to the panel. But anyway, so I'm just going to kind of just kind of chill with y'all and talk about some things because I found some topics that have been being talked about that I find in my personal belief to be very interesting, but I'm not even going to hold us. Y'all know how I rock out. Now, of course, before we get started, right? Of course, I have to ask you, how are you? How's your day been? And how's your headspace? just in case nobody else asked you. So let me go ahead and pull this up right here. Y'all ready to get going to it? The time right now is 8:15 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. Y'all don't mind me. I'm just trying to build up these watch hours. Shout out to Love. Shout out to Love. She has an awesome channel on TikTok. You guys should go ahead and check her out. But let's go ahead and see what we got on this. This right here, this topic is called Ask Black Americans One Question. And it's so interesting. But this one right here got heated real quick. So let's go ahead and dive right on into it. Nancy, if you would be so kind and go ahead and hit that theme song for me, please. Thank you, Nancy. All right, let me go ahead and tune this down. Let me tune this down and make sure it's right so it's not overpowering the words. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into it. This right here is called Ask Black Americans One Question. Let's go ahead and see what we got on this one. It gets heated real quick. Hold on. I think I got to bring that down just a little bit. Yeah, I'm good at this now, y'all. I got you. Let's rock out.
You get it. What did you have to ask?
Yo, no, we just go ahead and move on. I was just, she basically just said what I was getting ready to say is that, they absorb all that. So yeah, we go ahead.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you for coming up, Herback. Hello, what is that? Fan Standard. How you doing?
I'm good. How you guys doing, by the way? You good, host?
Oh, I'm doing good tonight, Fan. What's your ethnicity?
I'm an African man. I'm a black man. I'm from Nigeria. Yeah.
All right. Shout out to Nigeria. You got a question?
Oh, shit. Here we go. All right. So we got a Nigerian in the house, y'all. Let's go. Let's see what they got to say.
For Black Americans?
Just you, building your app.
No. Let's go ahead and get past that and let's get right on back to it. My bad, y'all. Boom. Let's do it.
I got a question though. The word I don't know if I'll call it a word, but I think a phrase would sound right. Black American or Black America or Black. It's a combination of two words. Is that correct? Black and American, right? Host.
Yeah.
All right. So let's just stop right there. And let's just recognize the comprehension level. Okay. All right. If I say that this is a round wheel and somebody asks me, so are you actually telling me that the wheel is actually round and spins? Like, listen, I said it's a round wheel. Okay. So let's just start there. I look, nothing personal to the fella. I'm just saying, just that look, there is such thing as a dumbass question. We call it says on the screen in big bold letters, Black Americans. And you're trying to ask us, well, are you really saying that means that you're like blacks in America? No. It means we're blacks in Salvador. That's right. We just put America up there because it's easier to spell.
Okay, the word black comes from which continent exactly? Whenever you say the word
what's
black,
your question?
which
What's your body?
He said the word black comes from which continent? That's like me asking the word red comes from which continent? Nick.
Bottom line, what you getting at?
All right, the bottom line is where African American from? Where exactly do they originate from?
Listen to the question, and I want us to pay attention to the comprehension level. He asked the question and he got his own answer to. Where are Black Americans from? Anyway, let's keep going.
Originated from the United States of America.
Okay, so we're talking about the country, United States of America, right? Not the continent.
Yeah, from the country.
Yeah, America's a country. Oh, you mean Africa as the continent? Let's see what he got to say.
Came from this country.
Okay, it's fine. But now, there used to be a word called.
You got another question now?
No. It's just in connection to the first one. There's
Okay.
a word called African American, right? Which was actually a word used to define the Black Americans.
Yeah, somebody
right?
just threw that on Black Americans. They didn't ask. They just did it. We didn't want that name.
But that's like the
Now, this is the one thing I will say. All right, I'm gonna throw this up there, right? I will say this. Let me turn this down just a notch. Let me hold on. Let me see something. Let me turn this down. There we go. Let me turn this down just a notch. I'm gonna say this, right? I'm gonna be honest. The one thing that I do peep is an issue with us is that we need to, in a united form in front, whatever it is we're called, like you know how Haitians united front. I'm Haitian. They don't care where in Haiti they're from. They're Haitian. Jamaicans, Dominicans, Panamanian, Cubanos, Puerto Rican, you name it, right? All over the world, African, wherever. Even the blacks in the UK will still give you a determining place of where they're from. The blacks in Canada do the same thing. My point is that I will say that the one thing us here, we need to like really do nip down. Is it indigenous blacks? Is it just Black American? Is it FBA? What is it? Now, from what I do know is that we have all for them. I mean, not all. We have for the most part, and the majority, we have now determined that, okay, African American does not fit. Why? Because there are those of us who do not come from Africa. So how can I be an African in America if I'm not African? Right? But let's keep on rocking out. Let's see what we got.
origin of where you guys came from. You came from Africa. And
So,
migrated
you
to
know what?
America,
Moving
so
forward, let me
African
make this
American.
announcement. We're not going to be those conversations.
And for the record, I just want to say, man, shout out to Love, the host right here. Shout out to Love. She don't play no games. Like Love be on it. Like she keeps absolute both feet on necks, man. Both feet on neck and face, bruh. Like she be on it. So I give it to her. Shout out to sis.
You know, we know where we come from. Those conversations will no longer. If that's all you came up to tell us is that we're African, I know you got to be more. It got to be more for you to have time on this stage. No more will we be just taking people who want to just come up here and tell us we Africans. Me and my team, we decided that today. We decided that today, and moving forward, I didn't tell it y'all, but that's what it is. So if you don't have no other question other than
I do.
Okay, well go ahead.
Okay. Now, what seem to be the disputes between Black Americans and African migrants who wants to leave the continent of Africa and come make a living over there in America? What seemed to be the fuse that made you guys started saying, we are not Africans, we don't want to be called Africans, we want to be called Americans, and I think these guys are coming, blah, 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 blah. What seemed to be the rift between you guys and
Okay, FBA Maroon, he can help you understand. Go ahead, FBA.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm gonna answer briefly before I let him get in there. So I'm just gonna say this. First of all, the way he worded and framed that question didn't even really fit too well because he was saying, "What is the rift between us and Africans wanting to come over here and build a life?" No, it's not a rift between that because there are many cultures who come over here. America is a melting pot. Africans aren't the only ones over here. We have almost everybody from every continent over here. As a matter of fact, I challenged somebody to tell me who isn't here besides those people on that island that aren't to be disturbed. Like, who isn't here, right? So that's not even the issue. It's about when you come over here and you want to try to trample over button line and like totally disregard those who have been here long before you. That's really all it's about. Now, I don't know why people try to make it seem like it's anything outside of that, but that's primarily the main focal point, and then there are other extended branches that come from that tree bark. Let's keep going.
Brother, you said you're Nigerian, but you got South African flags up in your bio. So I think you need to ask the South Africans, because if you're over there, the same way they kicking y'all up out of there. See, we're not even doing that. We're just kind of letting our government do its job. And just like Miss Love World said as well, when they did the poll to see who wanted to be labeled an African American, a Negro, a colored, or just American or Black, most of our people said Black and Negro. That's what we were comfortable with. So yeah, a Cherokee dude who never identified as an African American, he's the one that came up with that reckless term. And then that allowed the door for y'all to come in the 90s. And now we're closing that door for right now. I don't know when it'll open back up, but that just is what it is. Y'all came over here very disrespectful like you're doing now with that passive aggressive African stuff. And yeah, that's why y'all gotta go. Did I answer your question?
When did I disrespect you? When did I disrespect you?
You kept
boy?
calling us
said I'm
African
taking
Americans, knowing good and well you've heard the term foundational Black American.
It was a question I asked you. Why?
Now, I want you guys to tell me briefly. Now, another issue that I've recognized over here where we are is that we have this issue between those of us who just call ourselves FBA, if you want to say, right? Indigenous, FBA, whatever, foundational Black Americans, right? And those who call themselves Pan-African, right? So it's like we do have that subsector of our own who's like, nah, we need to integrate with all of these other cultures, especially in Africa, the motherland. And then you have that group of us, it's like FBA, and it's like, nah, bump all that. We sick of the games being played. But let's keep on rocking out. Let's see what we got.
Why did you, when these people are calling you African Americans, okay, the Americans, the white guys are calling you African Americans.
No, they call us
Why
Black
did
Americans,
you
actually. A
refuse
lot of
it,
them
my
call
boy?
it. Let me help you out. What's going on in America? They call us Black Americans.
Okay.
Y'all call us African Americans.
Oh, 1 second. All right, there we go. And let's get that out the way. And that's how we do that bad boy right
Origin, you came from us,
You
my
don't know
brother.
our origin. You don't even know your birthday. When's your birthday?
Your ancestors.
When is your
What is-
birthday?
what's-
When's your birthday? Y'all don't even have birth certificates. You can't tell us who we are. You don't even know your own
really?
history.
Okay, FBA.
Now, who's being
we and the
disrespectful?
team already talked about this earlier. We
Now,
won't
who's
be
being
tolerant.
disrespectful?
If they can't come with nothing better than you African, we can't tolerate that no more. It's too toxic. It's time to ice them out. Go ahead, girl. Bye. You got a question for Black Americans?
I'm Black American.
I know what you do. You have a question for Black Americans?
Not particularly. You have a question? You have a question for me? I maybe I'll answer it. Well, I'm.
You see how she paused? I ain't gonna lie. Like that's on me. Like I already know inside her head. I got you, sis. 1 second. Inside her head, she's going just like this.
Cause I hate you coward ass niggas. You a punk ass nigga.
Timepiece Frosty, that's why you only get one chance to cross me.
Shut up. Let's go.
Serious, I'm not trolling or anything. I just can't. I was.
What
scared.
state you from? You saw you made some good potato salad. What state?
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. It sound like that joint has some good surgery. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Look, I'm sorry, my bad. I know some may sound a little. I'm trying to figure out what that is talking.
Where you from?
White people, they think I'm like white or something because the way I talk. I'm
You
from
don't
the
sound
Midwest.
white. You sound you made some good potato salad. I know FBA aunties when I hear them. What state you from?
Nebraska.
Oh yeah, there you
We're
go.
get back on with the show. Thank you. You don't have a question, so you don't have a question. We're gonna rotate you down.
Oh, okay.
All right. Thank you. Hey, Emily, how you doing?
Hi.
Hey. You got, what ethnicity are you, Emily?
I'm white.
Hey, shout out to white people. You got a question for Black Americans, Emily?
Why do you wear blonde wigs and contact lenses and blush? And why do you straighten your hair?
Oh, hell no!
The exact same reason why white people fatten their lips, their butts, and get tans. All right? Don't talk to us about some blonde wigs when you all can't wait to go and lay in the sun to get a browner tone of skin complexion. Then get mad if you start to peel and burst out into bubbles if you're out there too long.
Who should go first?
Say she white? Did she say she white? I didn't catch that.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, American.
Okay, first of all, do you not understand? Hold on.
Just let's see, because I don't even know. Go ahead, American.
There are Black American women that naturally have blonde hair. You guys are not the only people in the world that have blonde hair, green eyes, or a blue eye or a hazel eye. You guys are not the only ones in the world that have that. So it's not far-fetched. Just because you don't see it often does not mean that we don't have that too. We have it too. That's all I can say. And we straighten our hair. Some of us straighten our hair. We straighten our hair because we want to, because we can't, not because we're trying.
The last time I checked, my sisters will perm their hair because it straightens it. Last time I checked, white women also perm their hair because it gives it more fullness and curls. Just type, don't be shy. Type down. Let me know if I'm wrong or put it in the comment section after the live. Let's go.
Wait a minute. I want to get in there too. I got a question for you.
You burn the hell out of your hair by straightening it.
Hold on.
You're burning it to a
Emily.
She said we burn the hell out of our hair when we straighten it.
I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. Same children.
You mean like how you all blister in the sun? So hold on, wait a minute. We burn our hair trying to straighten it, but you burn your skin trying to brown it. Okay, just wanted to pause there for a second.
Hold on, you don't have to rush. We gonna slow walk this. Hold on. Yeah, some Black Americans, not just Black Americans, anybody with a certain type of hair, sometimes they can't over process. But Emily, my question to you is, hold on, by Storm. I'm gonna get to you as soon as possible. My question to you, Emily, you say you're a white woman, right?
Yes, I am.
It's something Black Americans been very, very curious about, and that's how do y'all catch lice? I mean, how do you even catch it?
The way that any human being catches lice, including
how? I don't know.
No, actually said that lice are able to crawl through their hair better. Believe it or not, not saying we can't get it, but the theory is, I'm going to give y'all the old school hood, back around the way theory is that white people get lice because their hair is thin and stringy, and that the lice can actually travel through it, and the lice can't get through our nappy shit. Yeah. That's so they kind of like get blocked at a wall. It's like trying to go through a holly bush. You know what I mean? So that's the theory behind it. But other than that, you know, a lot of people would say it has to do with hygiene, but I'm not going to go there, okay? Because I know that there are dirty people in every single culture. So I'm going to leave that part alone, but let's let them keep on talking. This was a very interesting back and forth. Let's go. And it just gets even more heated as it goes. Shout out to Love. Shout out to Love's World.
I don't know. I have no idea. I just really want to know.
Including African Americans. You can ask a couple of African Americans. They can tell you.
Hold on. Don't get offended. Listen,
I'm not
Emily.
offended.
Okay, well, how? I mean, like, how do it grow? Or is it a bug you actually
I've never
walk
had
past
it in
and
my
jump
life,
on you or something?
but I'm pretty sure there's some African American people you can ask because everybody.
I don't know. It
like,
seems like you have more experience with that.
Well, you are incorrect. So
You don't know nobody who had lice?
Any more questions? Because
Yeah,
I
okay. Mayo. Why do white people like mayonnaise so much?
Because it's good.
And then also kissing dogs in the mouth. Why do white people kiss their animals in the mouth?
I do not know about any white people. Well, why do black people bathe in cow dung? And
Oh
cow
no,
piss?
that's Africans. We
Hold up.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no.
Like, let me just ask y'all a question. When has that ever even been like an actual stereotype? Like, when have you ever heard? Like, I've heard all kinds of things like, you African booty scratcher. I've heard all kinds of stuff. I've never heard that before. That is when I say,
Whose mess is this? You put him on the TV. Go home. Bro, don't. Go home. Go home.
Black Americans, we don't bathe in boo-boo, honey.
I mean, you did 100 years ago. Boo-boo honey.
No, we were here 100 years ago. We were here. We
Oh,
were
wait
never
a minute.
bathing.
What? I'm sorry. No, you did not just go there. When your people came off of those boats, the Mayflower and Ellis Island, filthy
you
as
don't know who white
dog.
people are?
Wait a minute. Filthy, funky as dog shit.
all I'm gonna say is this. I'm not, because listen, right? I'm gonna be real with y'all, okay? I like to stay out of that because I got some dope ass like white folks I grew up around. Like I do. Like, I'm just being real with y'all. Like, I would be fake as shit if I was to sit up here and ever act like I don't know, some like, I mean, like genuinely, like grew up, went to church with, everything, like some cool ass white folks. So I got, you know what I'm saying? I got some people I know personally, but my whole thing is like, I try to stay away from that. But I do recognize, like, when I look at back in the history, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, for example, one thing that I like to look up is you know, history when it comes to like old Western days, old King Castle days, King and Queen days. And I got to looking at how they really lived, and it was atrocious, beyond atrocious. Like, I mean, like it was anybody from the projects nightmare. Okay, you like, if you're from the projects, it's a nightmare to you. When I looked at how they was in old saloons, you know, them old Western saloons, you know, with the double swinging doors, and they go in, let me get a beer and a, you know, bowl of beans and stuff. You know how much spit was on the floor, and just, I mean, just absolute filth. I mean, grime, and just all these different insects crawling on these people. Like, they were absolutely filthy during that time. So only thing I gotta say is that that's why ever since I saw that, in the kingdom days, my gosh, if you look up like King Henry, Queen Elizabeth, a lot of these, like Queen Elizabeth, like way back. Oh man, these people passed away. Like, I never knew that you can pass away from lack of hygiene. I didn't know that can actually be a cause of death. Lack of hygiene. But let's keep on rocking out. Let's see what we got.
I know you didn't just say that.
My people
Your
experienced
people
Ma'am,
are,
you're
slavery.
wait a
confused.
minute,
People.
beside those filthy Africans, your people are the most trifling, disgusting, nasty,
I don't know who's worse.
terrible hygiene. Y'all teeth are so
I'm
rotten,
honestly, I'm trying to
rotten
see
and
who's
ate
worse.
out. Y'all teeth be so ugly and rotten out that it's sad and pathetic. Why do your people?
Why do you have
and
more
you
STDs
can't,
then?
and you can't. What STDs? How many? Why is
He
it
did not
that
talk about
your
STDs.
women? Why is it that your women are going to buy the morning after pill more than black women? Huh? Why
Very
is that?
possible.
Why
Them
is
birth
that?
rates
No,
hurt. Them
that's
birth rates
Because,
whooping they behind, y'all. I'm
black
telling
women
y'all.
just be having babies out of wedlock, so like
Oh,
they don't
man, they done
care
got my
about
girl
the
down there.
consequences of their actions.
If you white tea, you would understand that y'all are comfortable going without baths for like 10 weeks at a time. And this, we're not being facetious when we're saying this.
Let's go ahead and welcome our folks to the building, right? Y'all give it up. Y'all give it up for my homeboy, my man. Let's go ahead and give it up for this guy right here. I be quoted. Let's go. Respect to you, Black.
Smitty.
What's up with you, bruh? What's going
Not
on, man?
much, man. But what is this?
Man, look, right, man. My what's that? My timeline. You know, I came across this, and I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, I checked out one clip, and it was just one of those. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I like her little team. I like the content. Like, I like it, you know, because they keep flips on neck. But nah, they literally just be having dope ass discussions about, you know, just like the cultural aspect of things. So
Yeah.
this white woman came up and said, yeah, like, why do, you know, our sisters wear blonde wigs and, you know, all of that? And my main response is the same reason why white women go tan to get darker skin, and the reason why they get ass and lip ejections, things that we already have.
They want to look like each other.
I mean, so what are we talking about, right?
Anything.
Like, what are we talking about? Do you got anything you want to say in particular, or do you just want to hang out and listen? I'm gonna push play.
I came in when I came in there right before she said something about the bathing in dawn. I came in before that. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah. She said, why do black people bathe in cow shit?
And that was a good clarification. It's not black people. It's African tribes out there now. Sorry.
But anyway, I'm going to push play. Let
Yes,
me know
sir.
when you want. Yeah, let me know when you want me to push pause. I got you, bro. Let's talk about it. Let's go.
Wendy, where are you seeing this?
Ma'am, y'all have gone interviews on podcasts
have
and proudly
spoken to-
brag about not showering for months.
Do you
that's
use a
true,
rag?
Emily.
Do you even use
Hold
a
on,
rag?
that's true, Emily.
I have
That's true.
spoken to black women that say
Okay,
they don't wash
Emily,
their hair
why-
for months.
Okay, what about the washcloth? Why y'all don't use washcloth?
Right.
Planning to publish your book?
Wody. While we're on commercial break, do you believe that that's really a thing that white people? Because I don't want to believe that's true. Like, I really don't. I don't want to believe.
They don't use towels?
I want to believe that's a myth. I want to believe it's a myth. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say this.
What's up, baby? What's up, girl?
It's not always true for the ones that all the ones I know they use towels. Nah, for those uppity bougie folks, I don't know what they use.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The ones I do know, one's house I done been over and you know, kick it with. Yeah, they just like us. They gonna have their supplies in the bathroom.
You ever dealt with a white girl? You ever dealt with a white girl?
Yeah, I never dated, but yeah, I done dealt with them.
No. Listen. No. Oh, that's cool, bro. No. Trust me. Listen. Over here with Smitty, bro. Remember, dog. I don't do all that judging shit, my nigga. I like to have. I like to have raw, organic. You know, raw or
I want it.
Organic convo. You dealt with a white woman, so Like
Yeah.
when you dealt with her, like whether you over her place, whatever, have you noticed like, nah, okay, she uses a washcloth or not? You know what I'm saying? Because I've never been with a white girl, so I don't know.
Yeah, she had all that.
Okay, all right, bet. So let's go ahead and get back to it.
Like, what does that have to do?
Ma'am, I have YT friends. They tell me all the time.
Hold on. We don't get to the X. We don't get to the next one.
You're asking me these specific questions that I
You
do
should know
not
the
have personal
answer.
experience about. You're generalizing my entire people.
Just like
and I
you
keep
said,
on
us
telling
bathing in
you,
poop. We don't do
I
that. We don't
keep
have no
on
experience with
because
that.
I'm trying to paint an analogy of what you're doing.
Oh Lord,
I have heard
Ma'am,
black
you-
women.
You
say
don't
that
know
they
us
wash
at all,
their hair.
Emily. Just
I
stay
have heard
away from
plenty
the
of black
animal
women-
sex. Stay away from that.
Listen,
Good night,
I have heard.
Good night.
Okay.
Keep the dog safe. Keep them safe. Hey, who was next?
She be getting them up out of there, bro.
Yo,
Bruh,
that was wild. But hey, she ain't lying about the dog stuff though. Oh my,
Bruh,
the horses. Oh my
she
god.
be getting them like, bruh, she gets them up out of there, man. Shout out to my peoples. I see you in the building, fam, man. Y'all make sure y'all go over there, man. Subscribe to Enlightenment Journey, man. 7 all day in the paint. You know that 7 that number, sharp. You already know what it is. But look, right? So yeah, we going.
American, you got 10 more.
Ooh, my bad. We're gonna get back to this right here. Ask Black Americans a question, and this shit is wild, yo. So let me know when you want me to pause it.
Yeah.
What you say, Wody?
Huh?
Oh no, I thought you said something. I got you, fam. Let's go.
A minute. Me and FBA gonna hold it down and let somebody else come up until you get back. Hey Reverend, how you doing? What did you say, Traveler?
I just wanted, man, to say something that, you know,
Okay,
in
hold on.
behalf
No,
of
hold on.
Emily.
Your turn gonna come up. Hold on. Hey Reverend.
Hey, how y'all doing tonight?
We doing good. Are you Black American?
What's the That's like it, Wody.
What you gotta think about? This is a yes or no question.
Right. If I ask you, Wody, do you have a driver's license?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So there was no
I guess you could say that to simplify it.
How? How so?
Yeah.
Oh shit, we got one. We got one in the building.
We
We got one in the building.
Going back to your conversation.
No. Oh, how? What do you mean?
What's
you
the
get back
difference
to say
between
that?
Black American and African American?
Excuse me. Please don't come off mic. Do you want to be a part of this conversation, or should I drop you now?
Drop me. Don't drop me.
Okay. Well, hold on, by Storm. I'm gonna get to you, Reverend.
Yeah, from my estimation,
No, Reverend. How you said to simplify?
Wait a minute. What do you mean by from my estimation? What does that mean? Bruh, if somebody asks me, if it was an all Japanese panel and they said, "What is your ethnicity? Are you Japanese?" And I said, like I'm trying to figure out what's going on right now, my nigga.
You're a Black American.
yeah, I just say that just to keep from having a long conversation.
So basically, I'm going to lie and do what we normally do as sneaky ass foreigners that like to scam on you guys is we just going to go ahead and like infiltrate. I'm just doing what we normally do back at home. You know, we kind of fake it till we make it and infiltrate. Like, what are we doing?
I want to know what's your ethnicity.
I'm actually Took.
What's that?
Well, you know,
that nigga was took from somewhere,
Tuscanese,
and brought here. That nigga was took. Yeah, basically, I was took from somewhere, wound up another place, and you know, now I'm like, trying to figure it out.
when before dark, you know, if you go way back, you know, past 10,000 years,
brother,
everybody on the
President,
planet
what
was
country
dark-skinned.
from? He's from Africa. Because if
Oh,
I'm
no.
mistaken, it took.
He don't. I know that. Like, I shit you not. It's either going to be African or Haitian. I shit you not. Because I swear on life, I can smell it from here. I can smell it from here.
From
Hold on.
Africa, right?
Hold on.
But you're from Africa, correct? Just simplify, brother. We got to move on.
Hold on, brother. Let me speak.
all
When he
from
spoke, I
Africa.
didn't say anything. Actually,
Traveler, do you want to be up here? Because you don't got to be. I got people in the queue.
You can drop me anything.
All right, thank you. Have a good day, sir. Go ahead, Reverend.
She plays no games, bruh.
what I'm trying to say, so-called white people didn't appear on Earth until about 12.
Wix didn't just help us build a website.
Nope. Got us. 1 second. Boom. Right back at it. Let's get it.
Everyone on the planet was
Right
dark
back at
skinned. And that place that people
Thank you,
call
Riri. Hey. Okay,
That
so what are you? I mean, are you a defender of chattel slavery here in the United States? Your lineage go back before the
No.
Civil War or not?
No, I'm not.
Okay,
No,
well,
I'm not. But I look
okay,
like those people
that's
phenotypically.
fine.
Wody, let me ask you this
What do you
question.
mean those people? What'd you say?
You know what? We gotta address that. Let me write that down. Let me write that down real quick. What do you hold on? What do you mean those people? Okay, Wody. Now that I got that written down, so I don't forget it. What is your view on, because a lot of us as Black Americans believe that we're so down on numbers that what we need to do is unite with the rest of the Blacks around the world. What's your view on that? Do you believe, basically in a nutshell, do you believe that we are self-sufficient enough with what we have as FBA, Black Native American, whatever you want to call it, those of us from here, do you believe that we have enough numbers, enough information, enough wisdom, enough resources to sustain our own if we wanted to ship off on our own?
No, not really. And the reason I say that is because nowadays we're getting mixed down and we're not producing any pure blood. If you feel my drift.
You got the floor, brother. This
And
is for the people. Like talk your shit. Talk your shit.
We're not having enough Black babies. So I mean, we can if everybody put their head out of their asses and perfect what they're good at. Because if you take 10 dudes, right, guaranteed 6 out of the 10 is gonna know how to put an engine block together.
Okay.
And the other one probably know how to lay concrete. You know what I'm saying?
So let me simplify it for you. Us as Black Americans have a damn near on it's basically the same type of stage front as the actual presidency. Right, it's like that nationwide, and they're actually doing like news polls and showing you colors of black and red or whatever, you know what I mean? And they're showing you the Blacks that agree with we all should just segregate off to ourselves, and the Blacks that say no, we should integrate with the Blacks around the world. Where would your vote lie?
Oh yeah, by damn self. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shit.
Okay, so you for us as Black Americans going off to ourselves, and you do believe we'll be just fine.
Yeah, we'll be all right. We did it before multiple times.
Okay, now that's my man. Okay, now.
But here's the difference gonna be between then and now.
Okay, go ahead.
Our defense is gonna be better.
Why do you say that? Break that down. Elaborate.
Nowadays, more technology, more inventions, and more firepower.
Good point. Good point. But I do worry about how many of us are legally able to have that.
Here's the thing.
I do wonder about that, bro. How many of us are allowed to have it, bro?
Got you. Yes, and the ones that
hurts us a lot.
It depends on their situation, but they can have what they need to get the job done if the opportunity presents itself. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying though, like when
It's
those
tools that they can have and carry on them as being one of those people, and it's in the law books. I'll be this the shit I be talking about at work, and one little guy, I'm talking about, damn near blew his lid, talking about, you know what you're talking about, and an older guy behind him with the young guy was a white guy, the older guy was a white guy, and the white guy was like, "Excuse me, sir, he's correct. You can, because I'm one, and I can do this."
Right.
And I follow up with per law, you can carry on you, but it has to be a certain type, which is called such and such, and it's not looked at as an arm.
I got you. Okay, all right, no, good point. All
You
right.
know, you gotta read sometimes. I mean, you know.
Okay, all right. That's
When I
good.
get some time, I'm gonna find this video, and I'll send it to you.
Do that. You can send it to me through the YouTube DM. I ain't know they had that.
Hey,
Now
bro,
that's
I
some
just
new
figured,
stuff.
hey, bro, I
Hey,
seen that
I
the day it
just
dropped. I
found
was
that.
like,
Yeah, they got YouTube DM now. You can send it there, or you can find my IG. It's County King, man. County
hey,
King.
these YouTube streets is finna be wild with this shit.
Hey, bruh, listen. They opened up a floodgate. I already know you thinking the same thing I'm thinking.
Bro, it's gonna be some shit.
It is. They got YouTube DM now. Like that's wild. Bruh. That's wild. But let's get to it. Yeah, man. They
Yes,
popping
sir.
up something new every day. Every time I come back to StreamYard, it's like new feature.
It's okay if you look like us. It's okay. So where are you from?
I was born in what we call Texas now.
Okay, where your mama from?
Same place.
Where your grandma from?
Same place.
All right, I don't want to play games here.
What's your
So
question,
are you
Joe?
a descendant of chattel slavery or not?
No, I'm not.
Are you a Native American?
That term is not exactly specific.
Okay.
You see what I mean real quick when I say, let's just say this brother here is from here, which we all know he playing games and he just trolling and shit. So let's just, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I already know her and the team gonna take care of that. But all I'm saying is, I want y'all to peep how many different like definitions, like even her herself being well versed in this. Are you what, Black American, FBA? Are you Native American? Like, what are you? Like, it's like, we're all blacks from here, and we have yet to actually solidify what is that one term that we are called. Like, real talk though, like I do believe that's a big issue. What is it? What is the one term? Like I said, we ruled out African American because we do recognize we're not Africans who came from America. Came to America. We are blacks who are in America. Then we have those of us who are black that say we shouldn't even say the word black. What are we supposed to call ourselves? So even in our own ranks, we have our forms of confusion and diversion. Like we can't even get it together right within our own. And that's a part that I also have recognized that is a problem. We need to be able, when we talking to the rest of the world, we need to have a united front of specifically when you talk to us, this is specifically what we want to be identified and called. Period. Let's keep on rocking on.
Are you indigenous? Are you Hispanic?
There you go.
Hold on a minute. Wait.
I got you.
I wanted to say he wasn't playing the game. I see both sides.
Okay, talk about it.
So on his side, he trying to pick her brain and see her intelligence level. On her side, she's just doing what she know how to do. Now, reason I said that is he was waiting for her to ask him a certain type of question. Use the certain word. Then he'll be able to elaborate on who he is and shit like that.
Right.
Because outside of this YouTube thing, I'm part of that kind of group too. So, you know.
Right. Well,
And,
just be mindful. This live right here, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they're all on TikTok. So
yeah,
she
yeah,
does
yeah, 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 yeah,
yeah
yeah,
on
yeah, yeah, yeah,
TikTok and sends it over to you. Yeah, records it and posts it on YouTube. But go
yeah.
ahead
Yeah.
and rock out. Yeah,
It's
that's
just, you know, when she said, "Are you indigenous?" That's when he jumped. Like, yes, yes, yes. That's the word he was waiting for her to ask, use. That way he can
oh,
elaborate on who he is and his stance and status of what he had in life and on the land.
so you're saying he was waiting on the trigger question.
Yes,
Gotcha.
yes, yes.
Okay. All right.
Because
Reese.
hey, if you don't ask the right questions, you will never get the right answer.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Okay. You got
All
anything
right,
else?
I'm done.
I bet. I digress. My mic is muted. The time right now is approximately 9 p.m. East Coast Standard Time. And I thank you all so much for tuning in. Let's keep on rocking out.
Okay, ask Black Americans a question. That could have been so much easier, sir. Go ahead.
Well, actually, kind of what I said was it already came out in your questions. Actually, I chimed in because I just wanted to say that the majority of people here today who call themselves Black Americans.
Brother, what's your question? Ask Black Americans one question, bro. It's been a long day, dog. You got to really come with it right now. I'm sorry.
Here's my question.
Thank you.
Do you realize that the majority of people who call themselves Black actually didn't come over here as chattel slaves
Yes,
and were
we
already
do.
here?
We working on that. Yes, we know. We know, Reverend. That's why I'm saying you know what I mean? You welcome here. You don't have to beat around the bush.
Do you know what I recognize to be the biggest problem with all of this talk when it comes to the whole, are you African? I'm still trying to figure out, why does everybody want to continuously discredit tectonic plates? And it's an actual thing that is taking place. Like right now, as we speak, there is landmass that is breaking apart slowly but surely. Right now, as we speak, there is landmass that has broken apart, and it's been about a good 10,000 years since it has, which would be considered recent when it comes to that type of time frame. Why do people act like the only landmass where all humans have been has been exactly where the biggest, like when the world broke apart and that large landmass that we call Africa? Why is it called the motherland? I say it all the time, because of the resources. Africa is not called the motherland because that's where all people started and ended. It's called the motherland because of the endless different, I'm talking about from precious like tree woods to like actual stones, animals, like ivory, whatever, like all of that. Like it's called the motherland because it's the motherland of resources, not people. When the tectonic plate split, just picture it. You got land masses breaking off. Why you think you have different animals in different areas of life? Because just like the animals, like you got certain animals you will find only in Australia, only in China, only in Africa, so on and so, only in Brazil, only in America. Because when the land masses broke apart, that's when life separated. But it wasn't just animals and certain plants and, certain fruits and trees only grow here. Certain fruits and trees only grow there. Why is it that we only subject that to here with us as people now? So for some reason, everything else can be from any and everywhere else on planet Earth. But for some reason, and not even just humans, this one specific group of humans, one specific group, Black Americans, for some reason, Black people are allowed to be from anywhere on planet Earth, but we are not allowed to be from here. We can have.
What is that? That's what I want. What's up with that?
I don't know if we think about that often enough in these discussions, and I don't know if we ask that question often enough in these discussions. I'm pretty sure we have, because I'm fully aware that there's no idea that's original, nothing new under the sun. All right. But I'm just saying, as far as like, why do we
That's a
keep
good
asking
question.
these, like, real talk?
Because they keep saying go back to Africa, and I'm like, how the hell can I go back to somewhere where I have never been? My blood don't go back there.
Yeah, that's I mean, period. You see, so when I get to thinking about these things, these are the questions that I ask, that I wish that more of our people would ask that question of, like, why is it that everybody else is allowed to be from everywhere on planet Earth? Nobody questions a black person on any other place of the continent of planet Earth other than America. We're the only ones who have to be told we don't have a culture, we don't have nothing. We don't know ourselves and everything else. Now, here it is. The main people that are telling us that we don't know ourselves are over there speaking French. It's not your language. What do we like? I just anyway. Let's keep going, bro.
We learning more and more, and a lot of us already know.
That was my question.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, we know, Reverend.
And so, and that term black was something that was put on, basically white people walked up and said, you black. And we just said,
yeah, we know.
Okay. We just said, okay, I guess
we know.
Can I ask you a question, Waldy?
Yes, sir.
Have you ever heard white people say, don't call me white? Like, my skin's not white. Like, do you ever hear them refute being called white? Or do you not hear them literally say something called white power?
Yeah, they didn't say that. They ain't never say don't call them white.
You never heard them say that? So you never heard them say don't call them white?
No.
All right. So we do know that their skin is not technically the same color as
the color white.
Right. We know that, right? Okay. So when people get to saying this little crazy semantic about, well, we're not actually black, like, this actual screen right here, we're not, no, we're like colored, melanated. It's like, I just be saying to myself, like
I'm not black and brown. That's basically what we say. I'm not black and brown.
I just don't, but I don't get it though. Like, I don't,
because here's why. Because if you take the meaning of black, dark nothingness.
Have you seen Manute Bol? Have you seen?
Are you talking about that? Are you talking about that model lady?
No, Manute.
Oh, who's that? What's that?
Yeah. He's an NBA player. Manute Bol, I think he was from Kenya. But anyway, Manute Bol,
okay.
Yeah. Rest in peace to him. I met him one time in real life. Yeah, that Negro was basically purple. Okay.
Yeah.
There are some black people that we can literally say, no, nigga, that skin is black. Like, literally, it is the color of this screen right here. Like, it is the color of this screen.
True.
Like, we're not gonna play this game.
But in some people, see, here's the thing. It's gonna get crazy. Some people down south, it's the tone in those other people's voice when they say it. It's not really the tone. It's the twang they put on it.
Nah, but
they try to.
You know something, Waldy?
Huh?
This is the thing that kills me, bruh. This is the thing that kills me. I've been trying to figure out for the longest time. Like, why did we redefine what our skin tone and complexions are? I shit you not, Waldy. No, watch this. We have redefined what light skin is. I be seeing a bunch of people calling folks that is just simply a peanut butter light skin. And I'm like,
oh, yeah, no.
I'm like, no, they're just brown. It's like they now say, listen, we've basically shifted to where it's like, if you're not Idris Elba or whatever, or if you're not a Wesley Snipes, if you're not Amistad, okay, if you're not Samuel Jackson, then you're light skinned. And it's like, no, we have something called we have something called caramel.
Caramel, that's me.
We have peanut butter, right?
Yeah,
You
we
see
got
what I'm
red
saying?
bone, yellow bone, albino.
And that's what I was about to say. Light skin, I don't know if I know you remember when I was growing up, bro. Light skin was specifically red and high yellow.
Red and yellow.
If you weren't a red bone or
My
high
sister's
yellow,
a red bone.
we do not call you light skin, dog. We don't.
No.
You're not light skin. I don't know where we started to call people that's Vivica A. Fox complexion light skin. That shit trips me out.
Nah, that's like a cookie color.
That's bruh, like look, we know this, but I'm just saying, like, we really have, like, so even down again, like here where we are, we really do need to solidify what we're called, how we identify with, even down to something as small as that. Like, real talk. I'm sorry, back in the day, if you weren't Lisa Ray or a Leah complexion, you weren't light skinned. You weren't.
Nope.
No, you weren't. If
If
you
you
weren't, listen,
wasn't like
if you-
Whitley off a different world,
if you weren't Gina from Martin,
yeah.
if you weren't that, you were not light skinned, bruh. That's not anything outside of that was not light skinned when I was coming up. No, I'm just saying. No, I was just saying anything outside of that, that's not light skin. That's all. But let's go ahead and get back to it.
Oh, that's what we did.
And so that's why it's hard for me to say I'm black when I
No
kind of know
problem.
differently.
You don't have to say you black. People say they indigenous. People say they Solon. People say they FBA. People say they Negro. People say they freedmen. It's okay. Okay.
And I do wonder, don't be shy. Y'all watching, type it down in the chat. Do you believe that all of those terms are a problem when it comes to us being here trying to do you believe that, cause how she said that FBA, indigenous, everything else? I'm just curious, is that part of the reason why other cultures will hear us and say, you all don't even know who you are? Because when we hear you all talk, we'll hear about 5-10 different of y'all say you're something else. Oh, I thought I talked to the last black guy, James. He told me that, that he's Black American. Then I talked to Jeffrey over here, and he says that he's FBA. Then I talked to Leroy over here. Leroy talking about he's found, indigenous black and everything. So I'm just wondering, is that something that confuses us? Let's go.
All right, that was my question.
All right. You have a blessed night.
All right, you too.
All right. Hey, Kenny Dave, how you doing?
I'm 52 years old. Last month,
All right, we'll hear about that another day. Thank you so much. We're glad to know that your hair is still growing, although you are AI. All right, let's get it.
Hey, my friend. Oh, shit. I've been listening to you for so long, you don't even know it. I'm sorry. But I was responding to a thing. I was in a panel that they invite me to every day with this fucking...
Language. I love TikTok Shop. I love TikTok Shop.
Yeah, I'm sorry, FBA. I love TikTok Shop, but it's all the same thing. Like that guy that's talking to you, that's a full distraction. I don't care nothing about.
All the way, my family got all the way to the 1789 or something like that. And found out that my grandmother's father's father.
I want to ask you a question, Wody. I want to ask you a question about something. As a matter of fact, I'm going to switch it up real quick. Like I said, I'm just up here chilling. That's just a nice little sample. I got a lot more other stuff I'm going to talk about in a day or two from now. I want to ask you a question about this, right? I want to ask you a question about this right here. Let me type this in. Oh, shoot. Hold on 1 second. So first, let me ask you this, Wody, while I'm getting this going. Like, Do you believe that our image around the world is viewed as more so, I would say, a good view, or is it more so viewed, would you say, in a negative light, in your view?
Honestly, depends on how you present yourself.
You want to elaborate?
So our view around the world, yeah, they're viewing us as something that, probably in a negative light until they meet us. But the reason why I say it depends on how you present yourself. You can be from a certain place that's real horrible, but you can present yourself as a valuable person, or not really valuable person, but a person of what's that substance.
Okay. Okay. Now that makes sense. I got you on that. Let me see something here. All right, so look, right? So look, I'm going to show you this short. I want you to tell me, what do you think about this? So let me ask you this. Do you believe that this comfort that men were able to provide is outdated? Like what you're seeing right now, do you believe overall in households of a man and a woman, is this outdated? Let's go ahead and watch this right here. I thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Smitty's Corner, aka Lighthouse _301. Let's get it. What you think of this right here, Waldy?
Where's the meat?
We don't have it.
I mean, what kind of meal is that without meat?
It's a veget.
Just real quick, Waldy, I want you to pay attention primarily to what he describes how his mother was able to act considering how dad works, okay? Let's go.
Vegetarian meal.
Do I look like a vegetarian to you? I work 60 hours a week. I don't want vegetables. I need meat. Didn't you get paid today?
I quit my job yesterday.
How come you quit?
They were disrespecting me, Julius.
My father always worked 2 jobs, which made my mother so comfortable, she'd quit her job over anything.
My calls?
Who are you hollering at? Hold my call. Hold your own damn call. I do not need this. My man has 2 jobs.
My mother seemed to always find work when she needed, so my father didn't complain that much.
I guess all those other people are just crazy. How about steak sauce?
What's this?
Meat, fresh sausage links. I got a deal from the meat man.
What do you think about that, bro? As far as
I hate that shit, and that man's gonna die early.
What?
That man gonna die early for working 2 jobs and being stressed out.
He said he gonna die early.
He already ain't got no hair.
I mean, it's one of those things that, they say, these men are, absolutely supposed to be providers. This is supposed to be the view, I guess, of how all of this is supposed to work out. You see?
But is it really worth it at the end? That's really what the question is.
Is it worth it in the end? I think it depends on what that man's purpose is. If that man's purpose was to live and die for his family, then I'm sure there's some men that would say, yeah. I think it depends on that man's mind state, is my point. You see? Like, depending on how that man actually looks at the circumstance, 9 times out of 10, he probably would look at it like it was worth it. I ain't gonna lie. I would, like, whatever I had to do for my family, I'm like, I ain't got no problem with that. I don't. That's all I'm saying. So I think it's a mentality thing. Some men don't mind sacrificing themselves for that. And the key word is some, not all. I don't even know if it's most today. I don't even know if it's that now. You see?
Boy, I'm gonna tell you, that sacrifice get tiring, but that's all you know how to do, though.
You said the second part, what?
I said the sacrifice get tiring, but that's all we know how to do though.
Man, listen, bro,
Put others before us so they can survive.
you ain't lying off of that, bro. You ain't lying off of that. I got this one last little clip video I wanted to show right here. And I wanted to ask you, Waldy, from your days before we get up out of here, have you had a time in your life where you were living reckless?
My 20s.
All right, so you had a time.
My early 20s, my early to mid 20s.
All right, so you did have a time in your life you was living reckless. Cool. All right, so you know what it's like to live that way and come up out of it. Let me ask you this. What was your can you give us a quick small story on like your, let's say, your scariest close to call, I thought I almost lost my life for my freedom? You mind sharing? Whichever one you feel like choosing to share.
I don't think I ever had any about losing my life because I really, I was that do something about it, nigga.
Okay.
You ain't like what I was doing, do something about it.
Right.
And you can't do nothing about it, shut the fuck up. Yeah. So losing my life, yeah, I'd have been in rooms where I could have lost my life, but I made it out like a man, standing 10 toes down.
Okay.
But if situation handled itself.
Okay.
All you gotta do is keep it 100. Stand behind your word.
Okay.
And about losing my freedom, yeah, I had to throw some money around.
Okay. Okay.
I had to throw some money around, but that was after I was living recklessly. It was just wrong place, wrong time.
Okay. So I want us to listen to, all right, and shout out to Seti Nash. I want us to listen to young brothers being sentenced, okay? As somebody who has done a lot of things that could have had me behind bars for a lot more time than I was there, I still recognize, the absolute preciousness of being free, being around your family, being able to have control over your everyday life. So I want to play this right here because I found it fascinating. All right. It isn't the funnest thing in the world to listen to, but it's something I want to listen to. So Wody, we're gonna listen to this person by person, and we're gonna give our own take on everybody who comes up. All right. So all of these guys are being sentenced, and they're giving their last final speech to the free world. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and listen to it. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. The time right now is 9:22 p.m. East Coast Standard Time, and I thank you all for tuning in. Let's go ahead and rock out.
So, to my city, man, it ain't worth it, boy. Like, it ain't worth it. Like, me being a rapper from my city and Fulio being a rapper from our city, it ain't worth it. Like, my mouth getting dry, sorry. Like, the dissing, the beefing, the shooting, like, for what? Like, for what? Like, when you sitting in your cell alone, cold, it's lonely as hell in that bit. Everybody leave you. Like, nobody here for you. Like, the ones that's your ride or die, your girlfriends, whoever you love, the only person there for you is your mother. And maybe, like, one friend, maybe. But it ain't worth it, though, bro. It ain't worth it. I was 21 years old facing the death penalty. I never ever, my only interactions with law enforcement was traffic tickets. Wake up. Next morning, I'm facing the death penalty. That's how quick life can change. It ain't worth it, bro. That's all. And sorry if I was nervous. Sorry.
No, it's okay, Mr. Chance.
Um,
Thank you for saying that.
Yes, ma'am.
And we know you for sliding on Fulio, but let's listen.
What's your thoughts on what he said?
Man, he wasn't worth it before he did what he did.
That's where a lot of people are. And you know something? Even down to how people feel about this case right here is a direct indication that us as Black people, we not just trying to, I guess you can say, condone what Carmelo did as far as just let him off. This case right here, it's a whole bunch of us that do not agree. But let's keep on listening.
Listen to what Sean Christ Gathright has to say, because this shit was beyond pathetic.
For allowing me the opportunity. I prepared just a little something. I worked pretty thoughtfully on it. So I just ask that you allow your discretion for me to.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Thank you.
As long as it's respectful.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Here we are being sentenced for the murder of Charles Jones on the day he was killed 2 years later. Now, some may say this is just a coincidence, but I believe that nothing has been, is, or ever will be left up to chance, and that everything in this world is predestined. And there are many biblical promises of that belief holding true. Jeremiah 1:5 says, "Before you were formed in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart." Jeremiah 29:11 says, "I know the plans I have for you, plans for good and not for disaster." And Romans 8:28 says, "We know all things work together for good to those who love God and are called to his purpose." And there are many more just like them.
Wody?
Yeah.
Where was all of this before he got in the car to drive from?
Boy, I'm thinking the same thing.
Drive from Jacksonville to Tampa.
What in the hell pumped your head up to drive that far to go do what you did? Was the contract enough?
I want to know this. What is it about when we're at our last wit's end? Do we finally want to recognize God? Why do we ignore God continuously throughout all of our comfortable moments? I've been guilty of that at times myself. I thank God, it didn't lead me to be in like this type of position when I realized it, right? Mm-hmm. But it's crazy. Let's go.
God has full sovereignty over our lives. He chooses our times of peace and prosperity, our times of joy and laughter, but he also chooses our traumas and our tribulations, not to punish and tear us apart, but to strengthen our character and our faith. Everyone wonders how and why I ended up in a situation like this, despite growing up with a loving family.
Fulio went to a gravesite of their friends, desecrated it. Wasn't right at all. Thing about it is, at what point was all of this whole restraint, and everything that's being preached right now, where was all of that during that moment? That's the part that kills me. But at the same time, I get it. Like, I actually know what it's like to be in front of the judge, and you will say whatever you need to say. You'll say whatever you need to say to that bondsman to post it. You'll say whatever you need to say to that family member to get them to believe you. So, I know what it's like to be in this position, so I'm not totally removed from what's going on right now. But let's keep going.
Nice home, multiple opportunities, and promising potential. Some act as if it's impossible or unheard of for someone like me to find themselves in a situation like this. But in reality, it is much more common than we think. It has been happening long before today. There is a parable Jesus shared with the world called the prodigal son, a son who had the nice home, loving family, servants. He had his every need catered to. Yet he still chose to take his inheritance and venture off to a far country where he indulged in prodigal living. He soon ran out of money, and a famine had struck the land he was in. And while that would have been enough signs for most to turn back, his eyes still hadn't opened, and he still hadn't come to his senses. Hungry and desperate, he found a job on a farm feeding pigs. And during these times, pigs and what they were fed were deemed as the filthiest, most impure, lowest of the low, and worst of the worst. But he was so hungry and so blind that the food he fed the pigs looked appetizing. That's when he finally came to his senses. He realized that even the servants back home had enough food to spare, yet here he is dying of hunger amongst pigs. After this eye-opening experience, he decided to return home. He was ashamed and planned to go to his father to ask for forgiveness and to become one of his servants because he no longer felt worthy to be called his son. But when he returned, his father embraced him with love and compassion, dressed him in the finest clothes and jewels, and celebrated his son's return with a feast, exclaiming, "This son of mine was dead and has come back to life. He was lost and is now found." It is not uncommon for good young men who come from good families to get lost in this world. But discontentment often leads these good young men astray. When scholars and historians look back on our times, I believe they will label us as the age of discontentment. And those of us who come from privileged upbringings are actually disadvantaged to the fight against it. Because of the high expectations, any opportunities and options we grow up with, we don't know what struggle looks like, or how hard our parents had to work to provide these opportunities for us. We don't know what we have until it's gone. And it often happens after we go through our own eye-opening experience. Never in history has there been a time like now, where there's so much available and so easy to consume, but we still demand more. And it is clearly seen in my generation. Young men and women want to grow up faster, to try to keep up with the influencers that are idolized. And this is in part due to us being so susceptible. A study done by the National Institute of Mental Health provided evidence showing that the brain doesn't reach full maturity until 26 to 27 years old for men, about 8 or 9 years older than my time during the offense. But society knows this, and that's why laws set age requirements on certain activities, amenities, and substances as a way to protect adolescent adults.
Do you hear what I hear? Huh? Wody. Oh, maybe he stepped
My
out.
bad, what's up?
Do you hear what I hear?
Other than you trying to, that's gonna stop that, man.
Basically, what's going on right now? What's going on, Sunkiss? What's happening right now is he's now saying, after doing everything that he did, he's gonna try to throw the Bible in your face and then turn around and say, the law knows that my brain isn't even fully developed.
Boy,
your brain was fully developed when you drove from Jacksonville to Tampa.
And when you made that decision to put your foot on the gas and put your finger on the trigger, player.
Point blank, period. But let's keep listening, because this is their speech before they leave out into the rest of the world. Yeah, it's crazy, Sunkiss. Let's listen. I'm just listening to them talk about them being sentenced, each one of them.
Yet those same laws don't extend to an adolescent adult when they are charged with crimes and allows them to be prosecuted to the fullest extent, regardless of their age. Your Honor, it is heartbreaking that an 18-year-old can't rent a car or a hotel or buy a home, but can be sentenced to death or life in prison without the possibility of parole. They can't purchase alcohol or tobacco, but can be sentenced to death or life in prison without the possibility of parole. They can't work certain jobs or even go on a cruise without a chaperone, but can be sentenced to death without life or life without prison, in prison without possibility of parole. And I'm a prime example of these circumstances. At 18 years old, with no prior convictions, I was charged, indicted, and had to face the death penalty.
Does it not? Is it just me or does
You
it
a
not?
legal adult, dude.
He's trying to get sympathy.
Yeah.
I was just making sure I wasn't tripping.
Nah, you ain't tripping. He tripping.
My point is, society views anyone under the age of 21 as not being mentally mature enough to participate or partake in these activities, amenities, and substances, because certain substances listed can negatively impact or stunt the growth of a developing brain. while other activities and amenities have restrictions due to the lack of impulse and behavioral control or lack of situational awareness at times with teens. It is very simple to understand that our brains have not developed enough, that we live in a society where someone under the age of 21 can be sentenced to death or life in prison without parole. We leave no room for growth, rehabilitation, or redemption. We don't account for the fact that they weren't a fully developed adult and their judgment and decision-making abilities weren't developed either. I believe it is cruel for someone under the age of 21 to be sentenced to life without parole or death before they're even old enough to be fully emancipated or to fully comprehend what consequences their actions carry.
Imagine being able to build anything.
Let's listen to what Nash got to say.
Let me stop it right there. You know, the best thing he could have did was come out and apologize. Atonement. That's what your religion preaches. The majority of religions preach atonement, responsibility. He's not doing any of that. You're making excuses for your bad decision. Let me run through the damn ages real quick. Isaiah Chance was 21. Now he's 23. Alicia Andrews was 21. Now 23. Sean Christ Gathright was 18. Now he's 20. Rashad Murphy, he was 30. Now he's 32. Davion Murphy was 27. Now he's 29. He talks about, oh, you're not able to drink and smoke at 21. It used to be 18 to do all of that shit.
Walter, do you remember when we were allowed to drive cars at 15?
You said what now?
Do you remember when we were allowed to drive cars at 15?
Hell yeah. No driver license, no permit, no nothing.
So let's keep going. You know, and we also have to remember, it's something about with ours, they will consider us to be an adult. The fact is, depending on what the crime is, where it is, you a grown ass man or woman to them.
You don't talk about conception of children, do you? Let's get on with the rest of this bullshit. Roll it.
I say all this because I want to see change. Change for those whose fates were sealed long before they were born. Change for the prodigal sons and daughters who ventured off too far in the world and got lost. Change for those who haven't reached full maturity or unlocked their full potential as adults. Change for the ones who never had the option to go around, over, or underneath, but straight through their obstacles. In spite of my current circumstances, I still trust in all those biblical promises. And I believe that I am exactly where God planned for me to be, a plan he created long before I was born. It is also my belief that this chapter of my life will propel me to a much greater purpose than what we see here today. Because
you just got life without parole. What besides to another unit are you about to be propelled to?
my journey has just begun.
What a deplorable.
What the hell? What journey has begun? To be somebody's girlfriend? What the hell? What in the entire fuck? Dude. What the heck? What? So we just gonna blame. So he's just trying to blame it on the alcohol and the substances they was doing. They made them make the decision that they did to do what the fuck they did. You know what? This is what happened when the suburban kids go kick it with their cousin in the hood too many goddamn times. This is what happened. This is exactly an example of that.
And you know what's wild? I was literally that suburban kid that was kicking it with his like cousins in the hood. Thank God. We come from a time where like I actually was around folks like because they knew how my parents were, everything like because like certain things they just didn't take me along for, certain rides I didn't go for. It's a lot of stuff they just never took me with them to do. Not to mention, I come from folks that always taught me and told me, they said, you want to do your dirt by your lonely. Right? You're the only one that can snitch on yourself. So
Yep.
I come from that breeding, you see. So my people's never put me in harm's way. Is my point. Let's keep going.
Detestable young piece of shit. I'm not sorry. You know what he could have did better? He could have just flat out just said, Judge, I only care about trying to get out of this and making myself sink. You can't do that, Nash. Don't lie to the people. Okay. How would you have perfected it, Nash? 1, an apology for the life taken by his actions to the mother. Because regardless of what Fulio said, we don't know him for doing shit. There's no documents that we know of that he killed something. But the one person that I actually like in here, his ass spoke and sounded like a Jolly Green Giant. He was looking like Obafemi Jr. or something like that. Right.
Yeah, it look different from up here. To God be the glory all the time, and He'll forever have the last say so in our situation. As I said in my interrogation interview, I'll be judged for it, and I'll forever retain my innocence. And I just want to say to the Gen Z generation, change your life and do something productive with your life. Because in this predicament, it ain't worth it. And like it was said before, this is not my first rodeo down this road, so it's looking like forever, but I forever keep a positive mind state and a positive mindset. But to God be the glory forever. And that's it.
Thank you, Ms. Murphy.
You're about to lose $50,000 for your car accident.
1 second. Let me get back to this. We just about done with this video, y'all.
Who really threw me the hell off was the judge when she basically started gangbanging herself. And I couldn't tell if she was ATK or KTA because she basically said Fulio deserved this shit.
And I just can't believe that any community, if they're made aware of it, will stand by and put up with that. I mean, it's just tragic. And, you know, Mr. Jones did not deserve to die for what he did or what he drilled, the drill rap videos he made. But goodness gracious, going and desecrating the gravesite of a murdered relative is, you don't deserve to be killed for that, but you just increased your odds that it was going to happen. And that's the truth.
Holy shit.
If that was your son, Wody, and you was in there.
Holy shit. That judge really said that shit?
Yeah.
Damn, dog.
If that was your
God damn.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, fam. The judge is like, say, I'm not saying you're wrong for taking him out. I'm not saying you're right. She just said, I understand. Bro, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro.
Dog. That shit crazy.
Let's listen.
That is the truth. So I'm not at all, again, stating that he deserved it, but it's just shocking. It's shocking.
She said, I'm not against at all stating he didn't. Wow. He didn't deserve it.
To me. And I do have great sympathy for the defendants. You all, for the most part, are young men. And some of you have children. And now for what? For what? Now you're looking at life in prison. And what was it for? And I really appreciate Mr. Gathright and Mr. Chance really speaking to your community. Like, these decisions that are made can have unalterable changes that you can't come back from.
And it all culminates to this. And lordy, Lord, if you didn't think that these cats was fried before.
Mr. Chance, I'm going to start first. I'm going to adjudicate you guilty. Count 1, sentence you to mandatory life without the possibility of parole. Count 2,
Damn.
I will adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to life to run concurrent with count 1.
They killed 1 or 2
Mr.
people.
Gathright. On count 1, I will adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to life without the possibility of parole. You also have a 20-year minimum mandatory sentence. On count 2, the conspiracy, I will sentence you to 30 years in prison to run concurrent. Count 3, attempted murder in the second degree, I will sentence you to 30 years Florida State Prison with a 20-year minimum mandatory sentence, again to run concurrent with all other counts. On count 4, attempted murder in the second degree, adjudicates you guilty and sentence you to 30 years prison with a 20-year minimum mandatory sentence, again to run concurrent with all other counts. Count 5, adjudicates you guilty, sentence you to 30 years Florida State Prison with a 20-year minimum mandatory sentence, again to run concurrent with all other counts. And on count 6, adjudicates you guilty, sentence you to 5 years Florida State Prison, again to run concurrent. And again, for you and Mr. Chance, giving you credit for all time served. As to Davion Murphy, Mr. Davion Murphy, I will adjudicate.
How do you give credit for time served to a life
Life sentence.
without the possibility of, like, what's the point of even saying it? What's the point?
You guilty of first-degree premeditated murder, sentence you to life in prison without the possibility of parole, and you will have a 20-year minimum mandatory sentence as part of the life sentence. Count 2 on the conspiracy, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to life to run concurrent. On the attempted murders, counts 3, 4, and 5, I will adjudicate you guilty of each of those, sentence you to life in prison with a 20-year minimum mandatory sentence on each, again to run concurrent with all of the other counts, and again giving you credit for all time served. And finally, Mr. Rashad Murphy, I will adjudicate you guilty of murder in the first degree, sentence you to life in prison without the possibility of parole, and you will also receive a 20-year minimum mandatory sentence. On count 2, conspiracy, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to life in prison to run concurrent with count 1. On counts 3, 4, and 5, I will adjudicate you guilty on each of those, sentence you to life in prison. Each of those carries a 20-year minimum mandatory, again to run concurrent with all other counts, and giving you credit for all time served. All right.
Now let's get to the nitty gritty if you made it this far. Boo fucking who? So what? This was premeditated. Y'all drove for hours. Y'all knew what the hell you were doing. Sean Christ Gathright, you cleaned the damn car. You used your own people's shit and then damn near could have got your people smoked. See, the interesting thing is they all knew this shit was wrong. They all knew what they were doing. Sean Gathright is accused of 2 shootings before he actually eventually got to Fulio, and 1 shooting being the one that blew a hole in Fulio's foot. So I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear. I'm not willing to accept the bullshit. You knew what you were doing. You knew when it was wrong. You talk about this Christian faith, but you forget the commandment that says, "Thou shalt not kill."
Right there, Wody.
Yeah.
Right there.
Man, say.
So, I mean, you know, that's where we at with it. Before we get ready to get up out of here and wrap it up, brother, I was just wondering, what are your thoughts on basically what we was talking about today for the show? Let's just go back maybe to the main topic as far as, like, you know, us as blacks, knowing where we're from, the whole 9 and everything else. What's your final thoughts on what the show was about today?
Ask questions to the older people in your family before they get older and pass on. So you know for sure where you came from.
Okay. Know your family.
Yep.
What about those of us who
there's gonna be a lot difficult if you were raised by a different family, like adopted and stuff like that. It's gonna be really difficult. Communication is real difficult. And that's another problem we have with our community. A lot of our people had kids and didn't want the kids. So another family had to raise them, or another community. But sometimes it worked out for that kid.
And what I know as well is that they're actually able to take a blood sample. So even if you were adopted, they can take a blood sample. And if your parents have ever been to a hospital or anything, they can trace things.
See, I never knew that.
Yeah, yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah, it's off the wazoo, so you don't have to have, now mind you, that does cost a little pretty penny, but you can get it done. It is possible. But I would say when it comes down to knowing who you are, we all know that for the most part, we're all mixed up with something. If you really truly go back on things, and if you look at how war goes, war is the number one reason why most of us have lineages lost. Because in war, the very first thing they do is burn all the books, conquer, take over the women, off the men, off the children. And then it just starts something new. So there are many, many lineages that Lord knows what the original name was, but we just call it what we know who the victor was to call it. So that's where we are with that one. Hey, Waldy, I really appreciate you coming through, bro.
I appreciate you having me up, bro.
Man, shout out to you, black man. Much respect. And with that being said, I digress. My mic is muted. Much respect to the family. I thank you all so much for go ahead and tuning in. Respect.
Welcome to the lighthouse. Storm all around. I'm standing right now, sent from the cloud. They talking mine now, but I'm just fighting for my blood and my life. Yeah. Sent from the heaven, king on seven, trials on trials, still count blessings. Wait on the revelating, heart in heaven. I stay patient, I'm beyond the angels. I am mad, I bleed, I'm tangled. Soul on my back, axe on the strap. Go with the weight of the word in my lap. Touching my king, we doubling back. Pray with my palm, but I'm ready for that. Long Star County King, that's greatness. Stand tall, whole county on the wait list. I just want my acres, you can keep your Grammy. Build this from the gravel for my whole family. PG is greatness, DMV ain't faking. If I said I'm the one, no, I wasn't mistaken. Long Star County King, yeah, we blazing. Welcome to the Lighthouse Foundation. Still waiting on revelation. Till then I'm in rotation. Hurting my chases, but I'm chasing. Turn my scars into statements. I don't need to stage a camera. I need these papers, hand and hammer. Still in my spine, still in my hands. Guarding my blood, I'm holding this land. They can test, they can try, they can hate me. I've been forging a fire that will make me PG Ray. Lone Star in my vein. DMV on the map, say the name. Lone Star County Kings, that's greatness. Stand tall, whole county on the wait list. I just want my acres, you can keep your Grammy. Build this from the gravel for my whole family. PG is greatness, DMV ain't faking. If I said I'm the one, no, I wasn't mistaken. Don't talk Cooney Cat, yeah, we blazing. Welcome to the Lighthouse Foundation.
Mr.
Mr. 7 on the jacket, sharp tongue, I digress. My mic is muted in the system, still they feel me through the stress. Never turn my back on family, on the ones that held me close. I was standing in the crossfire, turn that pressure into growth. You can change the way you move, I won't bend to every trend. Took a hit, kept on pushing, wiped the blood, grabbed the pen. Mr. 7 still here, still here, still here. Yeah. I took a hit, kept on pushing, made the doubt disappear. Never turn my back on those I love, that's etched in my skin. You can change, but I won't, I don't fold, I begin. Mr. 7 still here, still here, still here. Hey, even when my mic is muted, they gon' hear me in the air. Peace sign up, that salute. Third eye, why that view? I was quiet in the room, but my scars all spoke the truth. Did the dirt, did the healing, now I'm guarding what I earned. Every lesson in the ashes, every bridge that had to burn. You can chase a quick image, I just chase a clearer mind. I don't grow into pretending, I grow solid over time, yeah. Mr. 7 still here, still here, still here. Took a hit, kept on pushing, made the doubt disappear. Never turn my back on those I love, that's etched in my skin. You can change, but I won't, I don't fold, I begin. Mr. 7 still here, still here, still here. Even when my mic is muted, they gon' feel me when it's clear.
My father once told me, "Son, you see silence? Silence is power. Never explain yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. Never waste time proving your worth to those who can't see it. Stay silent, stay focused, and let your success be the loudest response."
My mic is muted.
I digress. My mic is muted.